NBA legend Ja Morant may not be the most well-known NBA star, but the 24-year-old unconsciously got viral on social media due to a charitable act. After a recent meal, Ja Morant left a hard-working waitress speechless with a huge tip. In today's video, we're gonna tell you everything you need to know about this. First off, what happened after the NBA star gave out a generous tip? It all began when a waitress from the Miami area restaurant couldn't recognize the NBA star. Ja Morant sat there for half an hour and she was serving him hot food. The NBA star also has a few friends around him who were also shocked to see that the waitress couldn't recognize the famous athlete. After he was done with the meal, he gave her a generous $500 tip. The waitress, in absolute shock and happiness, wanted to know more, and when she found out who he was, her reaction was absolutely priceless. Keep watching to know more about this viral moment. Up next, did the waitress still fail to recognize the star after having a chat? Initially, the waitress absolutely failed to recognize the star, and we don't blame her for it. We imagine she must have had long shifts, where she was sleep-deprived. The waitress looked and stood her eyes at the receipt, visibly mystified. After seeing her reaction, Ja Morant asked her if she was looking over the tip correctly, and asked her, "Is there a problem, miss?" Then, a conversation between the star and waitress began, and it sparked a back-and-forth exchange of words. Afterward, the server questioned Morant on his fame, which incited a feel-good scene that was captured by cameras. Next up, where can this feel-good moment be seen, and what happened next? The viral moment full of gratitude is available to see on YouTube. It's available in episode number 3 of NBA star's new YouTube docuseries. Ja Morant exchanged a few light jokes with the waitress, and after initially telling the waitress that he's a black Jesus, Morant surrendered. He then told the waitress the truth and openly told her that he was a basketball player. The waitress, presuming him as a normal basketball player, asked a question. "Can you go to the NBA?" she said, to which Morant responded, "I'm already in the NBA." Make sure to watch this video till the end to find out what the waitress did after really finding out. Next up, did Morant reveal which team he plays for? And what was her priceless reaction to this? During the conversation, ultimately Morant had to reveal that he's a professional NBA player and that he plays for the Grizzlies. After hearing these words drop out of Morant, the waitress unrolled her eyes and opened her mouth in a state of shock. Meanwhile, one of Ja Morant's close friends, Matthew, jokingly said to the waitress that the Grizzlies must be your favorite new team. The waitress laughed at this comment and left a few giggles, although she couldn't wrap her head around all of this at once, and replied back saying that she genuinely seemed to forget Morant's name. Instead, she signaled to the top of her own head, imitating one of Morant's famously common hairstyle to see if it was really him. Finally and eventually, the waitress got to the point, which created a viral moment all over social media. She took a deep breath and politely asked the NBA superstar, "What is your name at the NBA?" Afterward, Morant audibly took his own name twice in a row to make her believe he really is an NBA star. This response confirmed her suspicion, and the waitress covered her mouth with her hand and gasped. Within a few seconds, she ran away from the table in glee. This moment was captured on Morant's YouTube documentary by the restaurant staff and by the other customers. This sweet interaction, after going viral, now has millions of views across social media. And now, finally, why was Morant feeling so generous that day? Could there be any specific reason? Well, the NBA star doesn't need quite a reason to feel generous on any given day. Morant, of course, has a surprise of wealth to share with others, and last week he agreed to sign a 6-year, staggering $195 million rookie contract with a maximum extension to his career with the NBA. This contract could end up with its worth up to $231 million in the near future, but will also keep him on our feeds for the foreseeable future. And now, on to the other news. First, Ja Morant spar Draymond Green on Twitter after Warriors championship. Draymond Green has been doing a lot of trash talking after winning the NBA Finals. He went after many people. First off, he went after fans of the Celtics who did their best trying to get into his head during the entire series. And now, his next target is our favorite Ja Morant. This unnecessary feud began when Klay Thompson said he was angry by a Jaren Jackson tweet from the regular season after Memphis defeated defeated Golden State. Jackson tweeted, "Strength in numbers," and Thompson said that this tweet rubbed him in the wrong way. Morant responded to Thompson's comments by simply saying, "I got a lot of real estates," suggesting that he believes the Grizzlies were in the Warriors' heads. Green didn't approve of this, so he responded back to Morant. Green tweeted, "We traded that real estate in Ja Morant. The property value was higher in Boston." The catfight from Twitter didn't stop there. When a fan suggested the Warriors and Grizzlies play on Christmas, Morant in the start suggested it be in Memphis. But Green said since the Warriors are the winners, they should get the opportunity to host. Morant somewhat agrees with this. Morant responding, "I'm coming to your side then. Tell them to book that shit. I'm on your block." Golden State and Memphis played in the third round of this year's playoffs, which the Warriors won in 5 games. Morant unfortunately fell, and he suffered from an injury due to which he couldn't continue anymore in that series. With this came an end to his season, but believing they would overtake Golden State soon, Memphis came away from that series. Next up, Ja Morant's viral tweet on Wednesday. Memphis Grizzlies' most famous name, Ja Morant, sent out a tweet on Thursday that is going viral on Twitter. The Grizzlies failed in the second round of the NBA playoffs to the Golden State Warriors, and fans were upset. Morant co-tweeted a tweet from a fan account by user @DMeltFan that showed the players that averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists this past season. Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Giannis Antetokounmpo names were all present on the list in addition to Morant's name. In his tweet, Morant wrote, "Elite company. The Grizzlies were the 3rd seed in the Western Conference in the past season, and the NBA star made his first career All-Star game. After 2019, Ja Morant solidified himself as one of the best players in the entire NBA history." And now finally, Grizzlies' Ja Morant shows support to Brittney Griner amid Russia's detention. Over the weekend, the WNBA announced that Griner was gonna get named an honorary WNBA All-Star. Unfortunately for her, she'll be unable to take part in the event because she is still detained by the Russian authorities in Moscow jail. With all of this going on, Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant showed his love and support for Brittney Griner once again. This time, it was due to the news of the honorary title. He made a big statement by simply retweeting the announcement with the caption "Free BG," which obviously stands for Free Brittney Griner. This was not the first time he's shown support for the Phoenix Mercury star player. Just a month ago, Morant tweeted a prayer emoji retweeting a fan's post wishing a well and a speedy return with a painful photo of her incarceration. Of course, that return is still awaited by her friends and family. Back in February 2022, Brittney Griner was arrested by the Russians. According to them, she was reportedly caught with multiple vape cartridges in her possession at a Russian airport. Inside those cartridges were apparently hashish oil derived from cannabis. In Russia, that comes with a 12-year prison sentence. We think it's unfair and a bit of a reach to imprison someone in jail for that long for something as minor as marijuana extract. Many Twitter users believed that her imprisonment is tied to the forced Russian invasion of Ukraine. When Russia began marching into their neighboring country Ukraine and started committing plausible war crimes, UN as well as the United States began assisting Ukraine. The states sent financial assistance, military aid, and food among other things. This act seems to have been perceived by Russia as a warning to them, so fans believe Brittney Griner has unfortunately been caught in the crossfire between the nations. There's still no news or update as to when Brittney Griner might be freed, if at all. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the generous tip given to the waitress by our NBA star? Did you also enjoy this viral moment? Did we miss any detail? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.